Minister, the summit you had here in Surrey today sends a very strong message that the federal government is fully engaged in tackling extortion. What is the message you have for the citizens of Surrey, especially the business community, that is scared?
First of all, to the business community and to all people of Surrey and across Canada, what I have to say is that your safety and security is my number one priority. It is the number one priority for our government. It is the number one priority of all in law enforcement. What you saw today is that all law enforcement agencies, all the mayors, provincial and federal government, including the premier, including several of his cabinet ministers, including 4 federal cabinet ministers and half a dozen MPs, came here to say that we're in this together and that we're putting every ounce of resource we have to address the issues around extortion. It is ultimately to make sure that you get a sense of safety and security in your community, in your business. There will maybe some challenges short term, but in the long term, we will restore the confidence that people have. You know, my family came here as refugees in search of safety and security. That safety and security can never go away, and we will restore that, and we will make sure that those who are impacted are supported. Those who commit the crime are held to account. Those who do not belong here are sent back to their home countries, and ultimately give confidence that those who have done enormous work building their businesses can continue to do so without the constraints of the extortion threats.
This is the first time that I have seen the federal, provincial, municipal governments together with all the police agencies, including CBSA, the task forces, CFSEU. Everybody is together, and I think for the first time, people are going to feel maybe people are paying attention. Minister, you need to hear that for a long time, people in BC felt that they were being ignored, that the extortion issue was being tackled as a South Asian community problem. We know it's a Canadian problem. It's happening on our soil. So what are the tools that our police forces need where the public can help to make sure that those laws get passed?
Look, there are a number of laws that are going through the House right now, including Bill C-12, the Strong Borders Act, and C-14, which is about consecutive sentences, making sure violent criminal repeat offenders are held to account and are not released on bail, making sure that we're having a victims bill that's coming out next week, making sure that is passed. So these are a number of legislation that's going to ensure better safety and security for Canadians. There's still more work to do. We heard from law enforcement today, and I've said it about lawful access, how essential it is for us to have a regime of lawful access that will support law enforcement in their efforts to do their jobs more effectively. You talk to any police agency in Canada and ask them what tool do you need, the number one issue they'll identify is lawful access. So that's our responsibility, is to make sure we get this passed. But I also ask citizens to call their local MPs and call their local members of other parties to say this needs to pass.
Absolutely. I like the fact that you said you're going to meet again in 90 days or within 90 days, because as a teacher, I like that. Because in 90 days, there will be another assessment of how far we've gone. Because, Minister, I'll be honest, we've heard so many different stories from different agencies, different groups. For me to have everybody in the same room and then make these commitments is really important. And my appeal to you is bring together everybody, and we need to see action.
Well, I'll tell you, Ginny, I want to appreciate the work you've done. I know not many people may know this, but the number of times you reached out and you talked to Ruby, you talked to me, you talked to our MPs here, just to push us on this issue. And the advocacy is remarkable, and thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.